And then now you're hit with
I'm emotionally
I'm
drained.
emotionally drained. And in that moment, I was just so ready to keep, fanning the fire, the flame. I was ready. Thursday evening after work, can you be going out for dates?
Communication.
And then now it goes back to communication.
You and your friends cannot be in the same seasons and in the same time.
Oh my goodness.
You can't. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we have a sit down and I'm joined with my friend. We will be having a discussion about navigating adult friendships. So let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name is Miriam and I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, let's enjoy ourselves.
So I asked Miriam to write down 3 pointers of just how her experience has been in navigating friendships as an adult, and I did the same as well. So we'll just have a nice discussion around these points. Nothing is set in stone. This is just our experiences, what we've learned, and you can share as well what you've learned in the comment section below throughout your friendships as an adult. If you've not subscribed, this is the time. We are a good vibe. You want to be here. You want to stay. So please subscribe if you haven't. And at any given point, if you feel like you've loved the video, give it a thumbs up. All right, let's get into it. Do you want to start us off on my start?
To be honest.
All right. So I think for me, the first thing I have learned about, or rather, one of the what is it called? Of the major lessons I've learned as an adult in friendship is intentionality. I think for me, it's intentionality. The more we grow, the more we don't have time for each other, the more we don't have time to spend with each other. And I feel like it gets worse when you get into a different season. Let's say you're married, you have kids, you're taking care of doing investments and whatnot. So I think for me, it has been commitment, exactly. So I think it's intentionality to be more intentional with my friendships as I grow older. If I want to spend time with you, I call you to make time for it. Like, are you free on a certain day at 10? Let's meet, let's have coffee. That for me, it has been one of the biggest lessons. Intention, like hakuna tu ile ya kuamka na kusema by the way, see, we hang out, we plan ourselves around each other's schedules. Yeah, so being intentional.
It's a fact for sure. I think for me, adult friendships have taken a whole new perspective. Because when we were younger, the kind of friends you'd have would be determined by friends from school, friends from kindergarten, friends from church, friends from, But now you see, as an adult, you have to be very, very, very intentional in defining the friendships that you have. Yeah, so as I've grown up, I've had to analyze the kind of friendships that I have and the kind of friends that were around me. Were they genuine? Were we just friends because we went to school together, because we studied together? So as an adult, I've had to define each and every friendship for it to have meaning, to give it meaning and purpose. And by doing that, then it enables me to be now intentional in giving my time, in giving my word.
That is true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because if you have defined how important this relationship is to you, that will base your intentionality for it.
True.
That's true.
Yes.
Because if you're someone who's just going to be in my life for a minute and you leave, I don't have to put in too much effort for that friendship.
Exactly.
That's
so
good.
Even the kind of priority, like where you place them, the sacrifice that you'll be willing to give depends on the basis of that friendship. My first point about adult friendships is I've learned the importance of communication. Communication. I think it's the basis, I believe it is the basis of the success of any kind of relationship, any dynamic it is, whether it's employee, employer, parent, child.
True.
So now, even in friendships, you have to be able to communicate your needs, communicate your issues, communicate your love, communicate your intentionality, communicate basically everything.
Yeah.
It's really unfair to. Oh, also, another thing with communication, it also helps in conflict resolution. So it will be unfair in that using that as an example to expect your friend to know something or to rectify something about themselves that you've not communicated. It's unfair to expect your friend to meet a certain need that you'd have or to be there for you in a certain way that you haven't communicated. So it's just important. Even if you don't like communicating, do it via text, do it via, like, just find a way and communicate.
Yeah.
Because as adults, we have so many things that are bothering us, so many things that we have to take care of, and trying to figure out what's happening in someone's mind isn't one of the things. Isn't one of those things.
Yeah, and I think especially just to add on what you said, especially the portion of it would be unfair to expect someone to know something that you have not communicated. From experience, I really struggle with people who don't communicate. I struggle a lot because I'm just like, I am not an angel. I can't read your mind.
Yeah.
You are giving me a massive job. Like, already I'm working on myself. I'm working on my feelings concerning a certain issue. But then I have to work on ambiguity.
I totally understand.
You know.
Yeah. I think it's an unfair expectation.
Very.
And then it takes a lot of maturity, one, and self-awareness, and being able to just be true to yourself and honest, to be able to either, one, the person who would like to be communicated to communicate that I need you to communicate this to me. I need you to tell me exactly how you're feeling.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me exactly how I can be for you. I can be there for you in this moment. Because another thing, there are people who'd measure friendships or would want to put an expectation that if this is truly like a good friendship, Ama, if you truly claim to know me like that, then you know what I need in this instance.
No, that's unfair.
That's unfair.
That's unfair. Then why do people communicate if that's the expectation?
Yeah,
that's very unfair. I think I've also been in such kind of instances. Especially someone preempting what they think I would have thought in that situation.
Oh my goodness.
Ask me, like, don't, like, as in, I feel like if I told you this, you'd have understood. No.
Yeah.
Like, why did you preempt that? Like, why did you preempt? That's unfair, because that means you thought about yourself more than you thought about me.
And also another point to add on to that is like omitting information. You know, let's say you're narrating something to me and you omit a few things actually because in your head you think that you're taking care of my feelings by like not telling me full information.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I think we've covered communication. I think the other thing for me is money. Let's talk about money.
Oh my god.
Borrowing each other money.
Such a heavy point. You should have left it for last.
Hey, borrowing each other money.
Yeah.
Debt. Asking where do you get your money. I don't know. I think the older I've grown, the more protective I am.
Yeah.
Concerning these things. I don't want money to be the source of like disputes. Not to mean that one day when I'm pressed on like in a corner, I wouldn't ask you for help, I wouldn't expect my friends to ask me for help. But if that subject can just be removed from the dynamic, I think that would be okay for me. Because Babu,
removed in terms of
like, don't put me in a hard position when, let's say, I have come through for you financially,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to come and ask you,
remind you.
like that's unfair.
God. Yeah.
Even let's talk about what we were talking about last time, how we were saying, let's say we're going somewhere and we have decided we're going together. All of us know financially how we are, the capacities we have, and let's say I'm the one hosting, Ama, you're the one hosting. Let's have a discussion. Bring it up. I don't have to bring it up. Like, tell me, okay, so guys, this and this is what we wanna cook. So let's changa this and this and this amount.
Yeah.
Don't leave it like on a gray area so that we can talk about it. And then money is such an uncomfortable conversation.
I totally agree it is. But having dealt with, all sorts of people, as much as it's uncomfortable, I think in that scenario, if no one else brings up that conversation,
you have to bring it up.
You have to, because not everyone will reason.
Yeah, it's so
You're making me uncomfortable for asking what rightfully belongs to me, and then that humility that someone usually comes with when they're borrowing, you potea. All of a sudden, people don't want to be held accountable.
Yes.
But now, I think in context, now when it comes to adult friendships, I feel like this is a conversation where people should, communicate and draw clear
boundaries for sure.
Yeah, I know there are friends who have agreed. Even if, unless push comes to shove, they're like, we'll try as much as possible to avoid like lending each other money. Yeah. And it's a healthy boundary. It's not unreasonable because honestly, from your friend, it's not the only place where you can get money. Yeah. I think it goes back to someone's integrity, one, and the sense of responsibility. Yeah. Sure. The sense of responsibility.
Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Do you guys lend your friends money? I'd love to know actually. But I'd really love to know.
And funny instances. Okay, not funny. I'm sure they were painful then, but that you've gotten over. That you've gotten over now of instances where your friends didn't reciprocate the kind of, responsibility that you expected from them when it came to money. Even when you're making plans to go somewhere, commit to plans that you can afford, that you're in a financial
commit to plans that you can afford. Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt.
Because imagine a simple answer you can just give is no, that's not within my budget right now. No one will kill you.
But you want to be everywhere. You are the burden. You want to. No, not necessary.
But you see, I also feel like this thing. No, but it's true. It's true. And then you see also this thing about lending money. I've seen friends who lend each other money, but it starts somewhere. It starts with, I lent you some money, you are responsible enough, you return it on time. You'd rather even put strict measures like, okay, sawa, it will be on interest so that you protect yourself, because now I know their friends would save each other.
Yeah.
But it comes from a place of trusting. I know when my friend is in a better position, she'll be able to give that money back, Like, just get to read them before you make a commitment to lending someone money. And if you're giving out money, give it out without expecting it to come back.
What?
Yes.
But then, let's think about it. It's 300k. 500k.
But now you see, now that's what I'm saying. When you build trust, before I get to a place where I'll give you 300k, I've given you 10k,
50, and I think also the longevity of the relationship. Yeah. Because we can't have known each other for like a month. We've not made any strides. We've not even had difficult conversations before, and then you're like, yo, I'm in a fix, send me 30k. Yeah. Because you can even run away.
Next point. Adult friendships need a lot of grace, a lot of love, a lot of understanding, a lot of you get to engage your emotional intelligence a lot.
True.
Discuss.
10 marks.
10 marks.
Wow. Hey, I think that's the most. I that's the most. I don't know. It sums up everything.
Emotional intelligence.
Oh my god. You even get to know how you are not emotionally intelligent.
Yes.
Because like you're telling me yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
your friends are a reflection of you.
Yeah.
They will tell you who you are. Hata venye unashindanga kwa kusema, "Baby, I'm like this, me, I don't like this." You will come and say, "Baby, this is how you are." Because I'm the one who's seeing you.
Yeah. One thing I've learned about that, and I've learned it the hard way, is I've I've had so many situations where I was so self-centered. You know, in a situation, and all I could think about is me.
Mm-hmm.
How I feel.
Mm.
The implications of your words, of your actions. Do you know how it made me feel? But now I've had to, with time, come to the understanding that there's also what my friend feels. And in that same moment, when there's a lot that was going on in my mind about how I feel, there's a lot that was going on in their mind as well.
Tick. True.
And now having to calm down,
Mm.
and I'll be ready and willing to listen. Because there's always two sides of the story. You can't approach any friendship and just be there to satisfy your own massage your own ego, satisfy your own like feelings, emotional needs. You have to be willing to cater for your friends' emotional needs.
Wow. Yeah. I think for me, because sharing with you, because I agree fully, and I feel like friendships are like your selfishness will really be seen in friendships. How self-centered you are will come out like in its true form in I can only imagine in marriage. We're not married, so I can only imagine in marriage how worse it is. You're spending every single day, but then one day I'll have a conversation with a married person.
Sure.
Yes, we can have a conversation with a married person so that you can see how the dynamic is there. But since we are here now, I think I have been like that myself, and I'm in a journey to change that. I'm on a journey rather, because I have always had conversations, and then after the conversation, I'm like, what did that person tell me about what they felt? Yeah. I don't remember.
Even recall.
I can't recall because I was recalling the hey, you know, you did.
Yeah.
You know, this is how it made me feel. But it is important to take a step back and ask, like, okay, what was my and I feel like this is easier said than done. Because an example would be the other time when we were having a very difficult conversation, and I remember telling you I am emotionally drained. Yeah. And I am the champion, the cheerleader of can we have a conversation? Like we need to sit down and talk about it. Yeah. You know, we were hurt, even in relationships. I've always been the one to let's sit down. Tell me your side of the story. But for the first time, I was just like, God, I don't want to talk about this. Like I am so exhausted.
So much surprise. And in that moment, I was just so ready to keep, fanning the fire. Flame. I was ready. And then now you're hit with
I'm emotionally
drained.
That is exactly how I was feeling. For the first time, and I have never felt. But thinking about it, it is a good thing because it actually shows there were strides that were made in that conversation. Yeah. But the reality is, deep conversations are draining.
They are
emotionally, and in that day is the day I realized I used to think I'm emotionally intelligent. Yeah. But if there's a degree to it, come on, 100%, I'm still at 60 and working towards 100. Because I have never felt like that before. It was not a bad feeling. I think it was an epiphany of a feeling, like just like yo.
And I think I even applaud you because also you communicating that to me, I felt taken care of. Because you could have easily just walked out of the conversation.
I'm gonna be like, I don't want to talk about this.
Yes. but now you expressed something that truly you felt. And I also had to be like, okay, Sawa, as much as you were on a high and on a roll, because I could have easily interpreted that to be you don't want to solve this situation. You don't want to talk
And
about
it's
it.
not like we were not talking, we
Yes.
were already talking, but it got to a point I'm like, what? We've actually been discussing deep truth for the last 1.5 hours. I am exhausted. Like, emotionally, I am done.
We're learning. I think
But
we're doing
I think
a
it
good
also,
job. Yes.
we are.
We're learning.
But I think it also gave me a reflection of the kind of friendships I've had before and the kind of relationships I've been in before. I have always been there. Let's talk about things. And then you end up getting a guard. Like, no, I'm not ready to talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay, then give me a date. When do you want to talk about it? Nothing is given. It's given and it's not someone is not responsible enough to to actually keep their word. So I think for the first time I was in a situation where we are actually on the same page in regards to not putting things under the rug. Let's talk about it now. If we are not addressing it right now, then it means probably we don't care enough for the friendship. Yeah. And that's how I am. If I don't care about a friendship enough, I don't bother. I will not go and bend my back and hurt myself to talk about things and get emotionally drained for a friendship I don't see a future in.
I concur with that. And I'm like that as well. I'm always putting effort somewhere where I've already checked out. Yeah.
A second. So my very last point is what I've come to learn in adult friendships, and I feel like it will also grow, it will morph into something else as we grow older. I think it's accepting that you and your friends cannot be in the same seasons and in the same time.
Oh my goodness.
You can't.
This will sound cliche, but my point was your paths in life will separate you.
That scares me. It kind of scares me because it's like in my head, the perfect Disney picture would be getting married at the same time with my friends. We become mothers at the same time with my friends. We hit our financial goals at the same time. Like, so that we move in these seasons together. But the truth of the matter is, like, you will not be in the same parts, basically, like you're saying. You'll not be in the same parts at the same time. And I think that's something I'm learning as I go along.
Knee deep into marriage, and you are just dealing with your 10th, 100th heartbreak. You know,
and being happy for your friends. When the seasons are like they're on a great season,
extreme.
Extreme polar opposites. Yes. Like, let's say you're getting married, and of course you and I have the same desires. We want to get married, we want to have kids and whatnot. So if you are getting married, and probably I'm not even in a serious and committed relationship, it's like, yo, God, do something. You're kind of in the neighborhood, but in real sense, I also need to be happy for you. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I could feel bad about that. About, like, why are we not in the same, near the same time? Yeah. What do you think?
I think now for that, it leads us back to your first point, intentionality. Because these friendships weren't meant to work at it just because you're in the same season, just because that will be very conditional. You know, and it will be unfair because life is progressive. I think it's important to adjust, be able to be flexible with how the dynamics keep changing. If at first let's say I wasn't employed and we used to hang out a lot, instead of complaining, can we set aside Thursday evening after work? Can we be going out for dates? You know,
communication.
Then now it goes back to communication. I think it would be nice to just communicate how you truly feel instead of drifting apart. That as long as I trust your heart for me, and as long as you trust your heart, my heart for you, then all these uncomfortable communications around like sensitive subjects, they'll be easier to navigate because at the back of my mind I know that okay, Joy might not be able to come to this dinner, but it's not that she doesn't want to be there for me.
It doesn't mean I don't love you.
And it doesn't mean she doesn't love me. You know, there's a lot of giving and taking. giving and taking, giving and taking, giving and taking, and just extend grace,
To one another.
to one another. This topic is inexhaustive.
Yeah, true.
We are healing from some
Yeah,
traumatic
growing,
experiences. We are growing. We
yeah,
are learning on the job. So
yeah.
we're all learning together.
Yeah. And that's it. Thank you so much for being here, for accepting the invite.
Such an honor. I love your channel.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Also, comment down below if you want Miriam to come back for another topic, because she will. Okay, she already wants to come back. But thank you so much, guys, for watching, and until the next video, keep growing. Bye.